Hey everybody, welcome to Fun Friday. Just a little fun fact about this next week. I am actually leaving to go out of town tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. We are driving up through different states and all, and I'm ending up at the She Speaks conference in North Carolina. So I am super excited, and we do a lot of these road trips, and so I just thought that it might be nice, since it is summer and a lot of us are tripping in one way or another, that maybe you wanted to know how I stay healthy on the road, because there's a lot of little things that can happen that throw you off balance. Because even if you don't view yourself as having a set schedule, a lot of times we do, and we just you know, any offset of our schedule can offset some of the internal workings of the body. It can cause anxiety, things like that. So there's certain things that I take with me and keep with me to make sure that I stay within a balanced state the whole time I'm traveling. So we'll start with the simple stuff and then work through. The very first thing that I always have with me is my yoga mat. Okay. I don't take videos or anything. Most of the time we stay in families' homes, maybe resorts, things like that. But I always have my yoga mat, because this is something that I can do a really quick 15-20 minute practice. I even took it with me last year when we went to New Orleans. It was 4 of us in a little room, and my mat just went in between the 2 beds. And I did little things, you know, nothing major. I just did maybe a couple sun salutations and a lot of twists, because being that we drive everywhere, you can tend to, when you're sitting for that long, you tend to get a little bit tight. So real treat for y'all coming up on my vacation. I'm gonna be doing rest stop workouts, so I'll have those posted on my YouTube page, so make sure that you go and check that out. Okay, so other things that I take with me just to keep me in balance, or lack of being out of balance. This is just like this is from Bath and Body Works. It's actually one of their fall ones, and it smells like pumpkin. It makes me hungry. But you can just use any kind of, you know, Purell, something like that, something tiny that can fit into your purse, fit into a diaper bag. They even have the ones that hook onto the diaper bag. Those are awesome. There's sometimes when, you know, you might stop at a rest area and maybe everybody and their dog are stopped there, and maybe their soap dispenser isn't working, or maybe it's just so yucky that you think you could scrub as hard as you want to and nothing is going to come off. So these are great for times like that. It's also good for if you're having to grab a snack in the car, you know, you and the kids can get the germs off your hands. Another thing that I'm always not without, especially when traveling, are my vitamins. These are GNC, and this is the Women's Ultra Mega, the Active packet. They have several different packets. You choose what's best for you. I do the Active because it has the extra vitamin D. If you work out a lot, you're usually pretty low on vitamin D, so it has the extra vitamin D. Always remember, you've got to get outside just a little bit to get the vitamin D to actually absorb. So let's see. I also keep, and I get these at the local health food store. This is probiotic plus a cranberry extract, and then this is a digestive enzyme. So here we go. We're getting into the fun stuff about traveling. For a lot of people, when we travel, myself included, just a little tidbit, our digestive system doesn't tend to work as well as it usually does. And that can be a variety of factors. If you're seated for a long period of time, whether it's on a car, in a plane, anything like that, it actually compresses your internal organs, specifically your small and large intestine, as well as the colon. So it can interfere with elimination, absorption of nutrients, all of that, and we can feel really off and like gunky and blah. So I keep these digestive enzymes. And then for a lot of women in particular, we can tend to get urinary tract, often even bladder infections, when we're traveling for long periods of time, especially by car, and we can't make it to rest stops, and we literally just have to hold it. Not a fun thought, I know, but a bladder infection will ruin your trip. So I always take something that has some cranberry extract in it, because that helps. Other 2 things that I have usually are, this is it's called Smooth Move, no pun intended, if you do struggle already with elimination, this helps. You don't use it any more than 3 or 4 days, though. I mean, if you seriously are having an issue and it lasts more than 3 or 4 days, you need to see a doctor. But this is basically just, you know, if you're just having trouble eliminating, basically you know, if you have a fear of other people's potties, sometimes that happens, and this helps. And it's all natural. If you are in a bad way, I also always have milk of magnesia with me. I keep a small one that I take with me traveling for two purposes. One is the obvious, right? Milk of magnesia helps if you maybe you ate way too much cheese at dinner and it's just not settling well. But the other hidden benefit to milk of magnesia is because it has sulfur in it. If you find that while you're on vacation, your face starts to freak out, maybe you normally have dry skin and all of a sudden it's like a huge oil slick. You can put this, just take a cotton ball, get a little bit, put it all over your face, and it will dry up the oil from the face within about 5 minutes, and then you just rinse it off, you're good to go. So see, that way you don't have to pass masks and all of that. The other thing that I take for my face, and I keep usually in my purse, are these refreshing wipes. I don't wear makeup when I'm traveling. When I'm in the car, I don't even bother with it. So this is great because, you know, moving through and traveling, you tend to feel all kind of gunky. And that, you know, when you hit a rest stop, you can wipe the gunk off your face and, you know, maybe do a little freshener up. And then you feel nice and pretty as a flower when you go back to your car. The other thing is herbal teas. The Ribos is one of my favorites. I'm really digging on white tea right now, and this is the pomegranate white tea. White tea has more antioxidants, and then also have some green tea. And this is just because anytime that I can boost up my antioxidants while I'm traveling is great, because we tend to get sick when we're traveling. One is we are exposed to more germs. You know, because we are stopping, we're turning doorknobs, we're going into restaurants, we're picking up change, you know, stuff like that. So we're just exposed to more germs than normal. It's good to keep your antioxidants high. I also take my shakes. Don't know which one we're taking, but you don't have to take Shakeology. If you just have like little packets of whey protein or something like that, even just a brown rice protein, if you're going more vegetarian or vegan, that actually helps. You can have that with you, bottles of water, little shaker cups, and it's good because honestly, if you're just sitting for a long period of time in your travels, you don't need as many calories. So I'm telling you right now, you're eating because you're bored. Hey, I do it too, okay? Or you're eating because you're on vacation. Woo! So you don't need as many calories, so you can use these shakes to get nutrients without all the nasty calories. A few little tips about, and then I'll get to the very last thing, but a few little tips about when you are traveling food-wise is make sure you're hydrating. A lot of us steer clear of hydrating because we don't want to have to stop at the rest stops all the time, or we don't want to use the airplane bathroom or whatever. That is the worst thing you can do for your body. It's going to cause you to swell up. It's going to cause you to retain water. You're going to be very uncomfortable, and it's just not a pretty thing all over. So make sure you're hydrating. Good water. I'm going to take a lot of coconut water with me on mine. Another thing is to make sure that you're getting your antioxidants from your food as well. So we're packing a lot of fruits and vegetables, stuff that's easy to snack on in the car. So if you will only eat vegetables, you know, dipped in salad dressing, then maybe try something a little bit different. But try to steer clear. We tend to get snack foods in our culture, and it's, you know, chips and cookies and things like that, and then we munch on them in the car, and then by the time we get to our intended destination, we feel frumpy and greasy and nasty, and we can't engage in activities and really enjoy our vacation. So feed your body so that you can then enjoy your vacation. So, you know, plenty of fruits and vegetables, plenty of water. Steer clear of the sodas, the energy drinks, things like that, because like I said, your body doesn't need it because you're actually just sitting. More than most likely you're bored and maybe a little dehydrated, maybe you're not getting as much air, you know, you're not breathing, because we literally do just sit there. Find some engaging things to do along the way. You can download tons of free podcasts over just about any subject that you want to learn about. Maybe you could, you know, if it's a long drive, you can learn a new language as a family, who knows. So just, you know, find different fun ways to incorporate different things other than mindlessly sitting there. Make it engaging. And then make sure that you're taking, you know, plenty of whole food snacks. We're taking some meat and cheese roll-ups, different just little things that can give us the nutrition without all the heaviness, so that when we arrive light and ready to move. So that's a good tip for you. And the last thing that I'll be taking with me is coconut oil. And I've talked about coconut oil before. This is the do-all, be-all. Ooh, I got some on my hand. Fabulous. Got some on my desk too. A lot of times, and it doesn't even matter if, you know, say you're from Wisconsin and you're driving down here to Texas, the air is very humid here, and it's not going to matter sometimes just in our travels, especially if you come by plane. It will leach the water out from under the very surface of the skin, and we'll get dehydrated on the skin. We'll start to get real dry, crackly skin. A lot of times our feet can get really nasty and dry. So I take coconut oil. You can eat it up to 2 tablespoons a day. It's totally fine. Also helps with digestive issues. But you can also use it as a face moisturizer, a skin moisturizer, those rough spots like on your elbows, you know, you just rub it on there. The feet, things like that. It absorbs into the skin and moisturizes from the inside out. So it is a great, great thing to have. So those are my traveling tips, and I hope that you have a great week. Remember to check out the YouTube page because I will be posting lots of videos there from the vacation. Some different fitness tips, some nutrition tips, maybe some even, you know, really fun places that I discover along the way. So I hope that you will indulge in some of these tips. Maybe if you're going on vacation, I hope that you have a really great, really safe vacation. And for now, I hope that you have a healthy day.